Welcome to iSoft Original, and today is another exciting edition on this video editing application we are developing in Flutter course. Alright, so thank you very much for your positive feedback, and on our previous video we saw how we could do a lot with the video editor. Alright, now what we're going to do today is actually add a functionality to our project. So I'm actually going to show you what we're going to do for today, but before sorry, I just did a little modification, and I just want to show you something. Now whenever I select a video, whilst it is waiting for the page to load, I will first add a circular progress bar, so it will tell me to wait whilst it is processing the video. Second of all, we're going to use a package called Flutter Camera, and that is actually going to help us to get a camera feed where of course you can just record a video directly into the application so that you can edit it directly. Alright, now before we get started, we have seen that most of our viewers have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, and that is a very bad idea. So do you know something, guys? Just smash the red buttons, just click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload any exciting video. After this particular series, we have a lot of amazing contents we're gonna give to you guys. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, I just did some little modification. I added a camera screen, and I gave it a name camera screen dot, and I don't have anything here. And also I just added a navigation to this, which of course I'm just gonna comment this out for now. Perfect. So everything looks quite interesting and everything looks quite perfect, but from the edit screen you can see from our demo we were going through the process one by one. You can see that after listening to the builder from here, after the export, it literally returns a center widget, which is a circular progress bar. So I'm just going to copy that just like this. Then I just collapse this again. Then I go here. So let's see the functionality. So I'm just going to go here, just go up. Yeah, so after the export, so this is going to be the list. So after the export, we're just going to do that, right? So yeah, after this export video, I think we have this export video here. So let's see where it actually came from. So when it comes down here, this is where it is. Sorry guys. So it comes after the snake bar. So it is returning from the widget, right? It is returning from the widget, right? So from here, what you're going to do is at the tail of this particular widget, let's see, this is just a widget control. So after this guy here, you just want to paste this. So now let's go down here. Then let's see what we have here. So what it's trying to say is after the safe area, just bring this. So it just returns either this initialized as the body, then it returns this. So I'm just going to copy this from the body, just copy that. Then let's come here. So just go to the top, right guys? Let's go to the top. So returning this safe area, we're just gonna add this right here, right guys? Perfect. So that looks amazing. Now let's come down here, and this is where it should be, right guys? So it is not supposed to be here. Let's just cut it from here. And and this is where it should be, just right after this. Perfect. So just save it and you are good to go. Perfect. Let's just test this out. So I'm just gonna select any video, and there you go, it came. Perfect. So it looks quite amazing and interesting. Now we're gonna work with this guy, this camera guy. So first thing first, I'm just gonna go to my PubSpec YAML, and from the packages I'm just gonna add Flutter camera. Then I just add this. I'm just going to use any for now. Then I just click on save. I just hold Control S or Command S on your Mac. Then make sure you get the pub get run very clean. So it is actually running. Let's wait for it to load. Alright guys, so everything is perfect. The first thing you have to do is you make sure your minimum SDK version is actually 21, and we are using 24, so I think it's quite good and enough. Alright guys, so now before we can use this particular system, we just go into our camera here, then we create a stateful widget. Oh sorry, so we create a stateful widget. Yes, and I'm just gonna give a name to this widget. I'm just gonna call this camera screen, just like this. Then I just remove the late from here, and everything looks quite enough and quite interesting. All right, so what we're gonna do from here is this build needs to return something, right? So it's missing a return, so we just have to return. And what we're going to return is the Flutter camera, right? And within the camera we can set the color to any color. So let's say the color is going to be the BG color, just like this. And because we are returning, we have to close it. All right, so after the camera, after the color, let's come down here, and what we're going to say is we have on image capture and on video capture. And these two things comes along when you want to capture an image and you want to capture a video. So we're just going to tackle the image first. So if you want to capture an image, you're just gonna set up the value, right? And all you're gonna do right here is actually gonna let's return this. Perfect. So what you're gonna say is let's declare a final path, and this path is going to be the value path. Perfect. Now let's try to print something. Let's print let's say this is your path. Okay, so let's say your path is, so we're just gonna say your path is, then we just add an interpolation, then we say path, just like this. Let's just end it up. Perfect. Now after this print, we just have to issue an if statement. So we're just going to say if the path we are declaring dot contains, and what it contains is actually going to be .jpg. all right, that means there is something we have to deal in common. So if that should be the case, then we're just going to show a dialog for now, and then the dialog context is just going to be a context, and then the builder is just going to be a context as well. And now within this context from the builder, we just have to return something, and we're just going to return. All right, so let's just deal with this. Perfect. So within this show dialog, we're just going to return from the context, we're just going to return, let's return alert dialog. Perfect. And within this alert dialog, okay, so within this alert dialog, we have to add up a context, a content, and this content is going to be the image, and it's going to be the image of the file, and the file is actually going to be the file and then the path, right? Perfect. So if we are dealing with files, we just have to import the dad.io. Perfect. Now let's just seal this up. Excellent. All right, so from here, think this section from here, we just have to add another function that is going to be on video record. So if you record video, then it's actually going to be the same thing. We call in the value, and from here we just have to, we just have to declare a final path as well, and this path is equal, it is going to be value, and we just specify the path. Now we just have to print out, let's just try and print out the video directory. So we're just gonna say video directory is, then we add the interpolation, then we add the path, right? All right, so from here we just end it up just like this. This is just what we've added so far, and I believe it's quite interesting. All right, so when you take a good look at this, there are a lot of examples we can do to this, and it's quite interesting as well. So I'm just gonna delete these guys, I don't really need them. All right, so let's just save this. Perfect. Now let's test this out and let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna go to the edit, and what I just comment out, I'm just gonna uncomment that. So I'll just try and collapse all these. Perfect. So just come here, so that is going to be from the widgets, right? Our widget control is not going to be this list, but it's going to be this widget control widget. So let's come down, and there you go. That is for the lens, that is this camera lens. You're just going to set up the navigation. So I just copied a navigation and I pasted it right in there. Perfect. So I just import my camera screen and everything looks fantastic. All right guys, so let's see what we have here. I'm just going to click on this, and there you go, we have our camera right here. So what I'm going to do from this section is just to try and stop the project, run it all again, or if necessary I'll just run it on an emulator, on a real device, right? So let's just test it once again and let's see how it actually works. Alright guys, so now let's test this right away on our device to see if it's actually working. So let's just pick a media, choose any of them. Now we have the circular progress and we have the video. Perfect. So let's just click on this guy, then we enter. There you go. So we have a permission to use to use our audio recording and all that. Then it ends up in the camera view. So we got it. If you don't get it, forget about it. All right, so we can switch to video, we can switch to it is actually it is actually recording. Okay, so here it is. Let's see from the debug.console. It says, what does it print? So video recording is off. So what we're gonna do is, let's try. So it says video recording is on, say video recording is off, right? Perfect. Okay, so let's try to run this on a real device and let's see how it's gonna be. So I have a power mirror here, and I'm just gonna try and run the device, run the project on my real emulator. All right, so let's see what we have here. So I'm just gonna select let me just insert it once again, then I get it right here. So I'm just gonna allow debugging for that. So I'm just gonna open up the A power on my phone, and I just connect to my device right here. So I'll be back when it's done. Alright guys, so I have it right here, and I'm just going to run this on my emulator, on my real device, right? So as you can see from here, this is actually my real device right here, and I am going to pass through that same process to get it done. So I'm running this, and I'll be back when it is done. Alright guys, so we have our project opened on our emulator, and as you can see here, I just want to test it right away on my real device. So I have it here. I have all the section, I think they are all working perfectly fine, and I really love it. And this is my first time testing my project, testing this project on my emulator, and I really sorry, I really love it. Right, let's see the mix screen. So this looks amazing and it looks fantastic. All right, so always you just have to know how to work with expanded widgets and all that for this section. Quickly, I just want to do something, and I'll be back so that you can see my touches. All right guys, so now I've just enabled touches on my phone, and you can see all the touches right there, and it looks amazing. So let's see from here. I think we just have to work a little bit. You have to know how to work with all these issues. So I'm just going to click on the create. I'm just going to create a new project, and within this project I'm just going to go ahead and then continue up from here. So this is how I see it. So just you can take your time and you do a lot of things on this, and it's actually going to work perfectly fine. So I'm just going to click on create, and this is going to end me up in that screen, on that screen where I'm just going to try and choose within a video, of course, I want to use. So I'm just going to pick up a video from my gallery, and I have a lot of videos, so I'm just going to use this video. Then it just turns up to be this way, and this is what I can really see from here, guys. So this looks very, very amazing, and it looks very, very interesting. Now I can just tap on display, and it's actually playing. Then I can just pause it, and also you can see this section is actually not fixed, right? So you just have to when you are working on the real device, I mean the real emulator, you just have to get to know how to fix it. Let's see the crop here, and now I think the crop is actually gonna work. Let me just enable this. Perfect. So there we go, we have the crop, right guys? So with the crop, you can actually crop it on your real device. I swear you can just rotate it, can do whatever you want to do with it, and it's actually going to be fine. Right, so let's just click on cancel. We don't want to do that, but we just want to test the camera features, right? We just want to test the camera features. So let's just click on the camera section, and you just have to allow it. Just allow it, and there you go, we have the back camera. So quickly I'm just going to switch to the front camera, and this is iSoft original, guys. So this is my camera. I'm actually going to record a video. So let me first take a picture, and there you go, I have the picture on my screen right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and on our next video we're going to try and pick the feed, which of course we've captured, into our project. That is what we're going to do on our next video, or maybe in our future videos. All right, let's test out the video side, and let's see what is actually going to happen. Right, so I'm just going to click on the video recording, and it's telling me that video recording is off. I can turn on the flashlight and can do a whole lot of things from here. Let's see. So yeah, so video recording is on. I'm now recording the video, and it's quite interesting. So I can pause the video, play it along, just stop it, and there you go, it just ends up. So I don't really know if it just went out to my gallery or whatsoever. So let me quickly check it out from my gallery, and I'll just go to my videos, and there is no such thing like that. Alright guys, sorry for using my real device to test this out for you to see how it actually works. So this tells us that our camera feature is quite working perfectly fine on our device, and I really love it. Alright guys, so let's see what we can do from here as well. Now we can just try and click on play, and I think it's gonna play, right? Just click on display. Perfect. And it is playing. So our video editing application is quite interesting and quite enough and quite beautiful and awesome, right guys? Okay, so due to copyright, just gonna pause this video and we're just gonna see what we're gonna do. So we can crop this, we can do a whole lot of things, and you know, it's quite gonna be awesome. Now we have a lot of time on this. Let's try to, you know, do the exporting side of this particular project. So with the export, we just have to go to the screen and we're just gonna give it to this guy. So let's go to our dummy. Shit. Sorry guys. Okay, so let's, you know, quickly wrap this up and let's get going. So what we're gonna do is the export guy. So we're just gonna come here, just come down to the top widget, that is the top bar. This is actually going to be the export, so it's just going to be on press function, it's just going to be the export. So I'm just going to copy this, and now let's quickly, you know, go to our controls, and from the controls, for the first one is the lens, and we have let me quickly, you know, do this. All right. Okay, so the first one is the lens, and then we need this guy. So that is not going to be the video, it's not going to be the sound, it's not going to be the layers, it's not going to be the record, but I think it's actually going to be the import. So let's find the import guy. Where is it? There you go, that is that guy. So with it on top, we're just gonna, you know, add this here, and then we just remove the unpressed because it's an inkwell. We just remove one of these. So just save this, and yeah, so it's just, you know, doing the whole thing again, and we are good to go. Now we can just trim according to any size we want to trim. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just going to trim any side here, and I can just move this anywhere I want to trim. And what I'm going to do is just click on this export guy, and it's actually going to return, you know, a sneak bar. Right, it's actually going to return a sneak bar, and you know, it just exported and it is playing, right? So what it exported, it is really playing right here. That is what it exported. Perfect job done. All right guys, so thank you very much. You know, I really appreciate you a lot, and you know, it's a great you know, sign of achievement. We're gonna end here, and on our next video we're just gonna see how we can improve our camera section a little bit before we move on to another section. And also in this project, we're just gonna add an audio recording, I mean a voice recording for the audio section, where of course you can just add up an audio by recording it yourself. And the layers is going to be switching in within, you know, this section. Let me quickly show you this. It's going to switch within this view using this guy right here. That is what we're going to do for on our next future videos. So if you don't want to miss any upcoming episodes on this, please smash the subscribe button. You know, follow me on all my social media handles, and I'm still working on the source code to, you know, place it on the GitHub section, and I am very happy and excited for you guys to join me. Until then, have a nice day, and Isoft Original is out. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.